Hey there guys, welcome back to Get Going Fast. We're getting into this excellent hobby of AI in a quick and efficient manner in which you actually might learn something. And I do appreciate you guys reaching out and letting me know that you've been able to get stuff installed. It makes my day when I hear that, because that's the whole point. We want to play with this stuff and get it going. And I'm telling you, today we have some fun stuff that we're going to be playing with today. We're going to be looking at this new WAN, how do you pronounce it? How do you guys pronounce it? I think I call it WAN Animate. And with this, we're able to take videos, so like say like this one, bop bop bop, and then we can do things like put Ninja Turtles into it. Very good. And we're actually going to find out that the lip syncing works really good, which is quite surprising here. Oh, where did that go? Okay, well, we had it. We're able to throw in anime stuff in there, which it did it as well. Check this out. This is pretty cool. We got our little Deadpool thing here, but then check out what we're able to do here. We're going to be able to click it out with different characters, and that's actually pretty good. So quite happy. I'm going to come back to this because there's a little something about this that is an extra special thing. So essentially what I can't figure out how to say it, how WAN Animate, I think I call it WAN 2.2, but then when I want to say Animate, I don't want to say WAN Animate, it just sounds weird, right? So anyway, whatever. This new Animate software, it's fantastic because you can take full bodies, you can change out scenes, but there's something else on here which is really new. It's something that I do not believe we have had as of yet, and I've wanted for a long time. I've wanted for the last couple years, and this actually kind of through the back door is going to be giving us something that's pretty exciting. So we will definitely go into that here. I'm going to show you how to install this. Okay, so we're going to get our ComfyUI. We're going to go through how to get the models as usual. And then I've made a model manager, of course, so it's very easy. But then I'm going to walk you through this because there's some nuance to this that you guys are definitely going to need to know. So be sure to watch the video. I will put down in the comments places so you can kind of skip around the parts. But you guys are definitely going to need to see how to use this workflow because it is confusing. But once you figure out, guys, I spent like the last 3 days on this. Once you figure it out, Trade Magnifique. It's actually very cool and very satisfying. But before we get into that, thank you for liking the channel and subscribing. Thank you for sharing with your friends because I know that you guys enjoy this hobby, and I think it's a kindly thing to do to your friends to pull them on in as well. Okay, it's such a good thing, and you're a good person, so of course you want to bless people with that sort of thing. Send them on over to getgoingfast.pro. We'll get you going. We'll get them. I'm there to help with, and I got some admins. We're there to help you guys get up your systems and then get you stuff so you can just get to playing. Okay. Some people really like to dig down into the stuff. Some people want to just get going on the fast side. We're here to accommodate both of those things. We sit and we serve you a cup of noodles, and a cup of noodles is AI goodness. So, all right, well, we're gonna move on again with WAN Animate, and let's I guess let's just get to the yelling. All right, so we're gonna get going here with WAN Animate. Now, I did tell you that there's something very cool about this that is kind of a backdoor thing, and here's the issue, guys. I want you to think with me here a little bit out of the box, okay? Now, we have face swapping, right? Where you take a face swap, and you could take, like me, and you could put your face on, but you're going to have your hair, you're still going to have the hat, all of this kind of stuff, okay? That's your classic face swapping. One of the things that we have not had is head swapping, okay? And I'm going to tell you, this software actually can do a head swap. Now, why is this a big thing? Well, again, we haven't had this. Okay, I have so much wanted to be able to just put someone else's head onto a thing, including their hair, what they're wearing, all this kind of stuff. But with our typical face swapping, which I love, Rope is great. Go get it. Rope.getgoingfast. Visomaster.getgoingfast. Awesome stuff. Okay, but I want to show you this now. Here's a little picture of me. Okay, now let's click on over here, and let's say we take this movie of Superman here. So we got this scene. Now, classic face swap is just going to swap out his head. So this would be close to a classic face swap. This isn't a very good face swap, but this would be kind of classic, okay? Like, put my face, notice it's still got the hair. Let's switch over here and see what Animate does with this. Notice this, all of a sudden, we've got a new scene here. That's literally my head from over here, okay? Where did it go? Okay, so it took that. It's not perfect, but it took that. And here's the thing. This is the beginning of something new. That's fantastic, okay? Again, I'm going to show you again. The original face swap going to look something like that, okay? A head swap, which is different than a face swap, looks like this. And you can actually body swap, as we've talked about. You can see these things. You're body swapping the whole thing. But here we could say, like, we just put the turtle's head on there, or we just put my head on Superman, which is actually a much more realistic fake AI video, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this as well. This is probably, to me, the biggest thing, and I think we'll do several videos on this. Head swapping is huge. I'm going to repeat it one more time, guys. We haven't had any head swapping software. This is the start of something new, and I'm really excited about it. Okay, that being said, let's go get this thing going on. So as usual, I've made a model manager for this, so this is going to be the absolute easiest way to do this. You literally have to just load it up. You download it, you extract it, and then you just click install, and then there's like, you'll just click the thing and you click full install, and it's going to get you going. Okay, so easy to do it. But before we do that, we have to get a Comfy installation. So I'm actually going to walk you through the easiest way. It's the absolute free way to get ComfyUI installed with all your Sage attentions and your Tritons and all of that good stuff. So here's what you can do. You're welcome to go to the Comfy site and download it and do this all yourself. But I have a free one over here. If you go to comfy.getgoingfast.pro, okay, it brings us over to here, okay, and all you got to do, we have this universal installer. It's awesome, okay. It's going to install your Triton, it's going to install your Sage, it's going to install your DeepSeek, or your DeepSpeak, or what is DeepSpeed, there we go. You're going to download all of that for you. So this is the best thing to do. Just download this, okay. It's free, okay. You go to your Explorer, and once you're over here, all you got to do is, you'll find it here, right click on it, okay, and let's go to, here, let me make sure I'm in the right one here so you can see my mouse. There we go, I had two of them open. So let's just right click on this, okay, and we're just going to, what we're going to do, now we're already in a folder called Comfy, so you should make a folder called ComfyUI, okay, then go in here, download that into there. Then we're going to right click on this, and we're just going to go WinRAR extract here, okay? And you're going to notice that it pops out a whole bunch of stuff. So now we see this one that says install ComfyUI, okay? Really easy. So we'll just go ahead and click on that, okay? Windows going to ask you if you want to run it, and then it will pop up something like this. So this is just a disclaimer, so you just click that. It's going to ask you which Python version you're using, okay? So you need to know which Python version you're using. Okay, if you, I guess I can show you really quickly. If you don't know which Python version you're using, okay, go to a command prompt. So go hit Start Window menu and then type in command or terminal or something like that, and it will pop up. Okay, then you're going to get something that looks like this. Hold on just a second. Okay, you're going to get another window that looks like this. Just in here, type Python -- version. Okay, so this is going to go there. It's going to tell you what version you got. Now, I always think you should have 3.10.11, but the new installer over here will let you have whichever Python version you want. I will tell you, if you get into your Python 3.12s and 3.13s, you will have problems with other apps in the future. ComfyUI is going to work with it, but your other apps you want to do, you're going to get errors, and you're going to send them to me, and I'll be like, the issues that you're not running the right Python. So anyway, That's how you do it. You type Python and then you do a -- version and it's going to tell you. So popping back over to here. Okay. Wow, how did that change so big? Okay. Well, I changed it and it changed on me. Okay. So we're going to go back to here and I'm going to just go ahead and click the 1. Okay. Python 3.10. And now it's going to go ahead and install it. If we head over to our Explorer over here, you're going to see it created a ComfyUI folder and it's going to start filling it with everything that we need. So we can go back to our command and we'll just see this installing. This will take a little bit of while because you have to download some dependencies. So dependencies are things that the app depends on. So you say, hey, we got ComfyUI, but there's this third-party thing over here that we depend on having. So it downloads it. Like right now, it's downloading this, all this Spandrel, the transformers. So it's going to go ahead and do this. Okay, if your system is set up correctly, this will work. Okay, so I'm going to pause this. This will probably take 3 minutes or something like that. I have a fairly fast computer, and I've cached these things. So once you download these things, they typically cache. You don't have to download them again. So I'm going to pause it. We'll come back when it's done. Okay, and then we'll get into the actual installation of Animate. Yo. Okay, and now you're going to notice when it's done, it'll come up here and it's going to pop up with this 1270018. So all you got to do is take your little pinky here, press down on the control button, and then click it. Okay, and what it's going to do is it's going to pop up a window that looks like this. So you're into your ComfyUI. And now, guys, you have Sage, you have Triton, all of the good stuff installed. So you are actually ready to go. All right. Now, what we need is a workflow. So notice this is called a workflow, okay? Workflow flows from one box to your next, okay? Like electricity, okay? But this is your default workflow. We need the workflow for Animate. So I'm going to tell you here now. It spent me some time to find the right workflows for this. I looked around. You can find different stuff. I wasted a lot of time. Like I said, I spent about 3 days on this, just making stuff and work and getting to know the workflow. There's a lot of bad workflows that are going to take you down the wrong path, okay? Or they kind of, you're going to, oh man, this seems like the right thing, but then at the end of the day, it doesn't work. So I have gone ahead and cultivated the big boys, okay? So one of these is going to be from QuantStack, so you can always find it through QuantStack. I'll explain that later. And I believe the other one is the ComfyUI one. But here's the thing. I'll put this down in the description level. You can find these easily just by going to my website, which is cognibuild.ai. Okay, it's going to pop you to here. Just click on the blog button, okay? And you'll see over here it says 2.2 Animate FP8 and GGUF workflows. So if you come here in the future and you can't find this, there's a search box here. Just type Animate, okay, hey, and it'll pop it up. Now, we're going to look at 2 of these, okay? Although I really only think one's worth our time. But here's what we're going to do. We are going to go ahead and download these. All you got to do is just right-click on it, and you're going to go Save Link As, okay? Now, where I want you to save this to, okay, let me tell you where I want you to save it to. What we're going to do is we're going to go to where we installed our ComfyUI, and this is what I want you to do. This is for organization's sake. I want you to right-click, and you can go New Folder, okay? And I just want you to call it Workflows, okay? Press Enter. Then I want you to go in here, and I want you to make another one. And you're going to go New Folder, and let's call this one 2.2. Well, let's call it 2.2. Okay, now the reason for this is because we're going to get a lot of workflows over time, okay? So you want to organize it in a certain way. So we could put it here. We could create another folder called Animate just to keep the different things. But for now, we'll just, we'll just do our thing. Well, why not? Let's do it. Let's do one more. We'll go Folder, and this one we're going to call Animate. So we have created 3 folders: Workflows, 2.2, and Animate. Now, we're in here. I'm going to click that Save button. And boom, she's going to pop up. And we have now saved the FP8 workflow. Next, we're going to go down to the GGUF one here. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to right-click on it. I'm going to go Save Link As. And you'll notice it already brings us up to the folder we were already in. So I'm just going to click save. And then we are back on track. Okay, now, we can close out the blog, and we're ready to go. Now, again, I'm going to tell you real quick, we're going to work on with the FP8 one first, okay? I just want you to let you know, the FP8 really, I honestly don't think it's going to be really worth our time. But I want to show you how to do it because maybe it is worth your time, okay? I run a 4090 with the, and I ran the FP8, and it's really not that great of quality. I want to show you some of the stuff that were made with it. So this is FP8. Okay, notice that's not extremely awesome quality. That's about as best as I could get, and it took a while. Here's another one. Oh, shoot. Okay, here's another one. You know, so we're gonna go. We can go compare this over here to the GGUF, the same thing. And notice over here how much better these are. So look at that. That was the same guy, same girl. God. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna do FP8, but I just want you to know it might not be all you're cracked. It might not be all that you think it is. Okay. So, but let's do it. Let's click here at the top left here. Okay, a few things are going to happen once we load this. We're going to load this up, and then this thing is going to light up red. So let's click File, Open. We're just going to jump in this together. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop over to where we have our workflow, where we downloaded our workflow. Okay, so that is going to be over here. Okay, so you'll load up into here, click your workflows, your 1, 2, 2. We'll click Animate. Now we're going to grab the FP8. And what it's going to do is it's going to pop up like this. And all of a sudden everything lights up like Rudolph's nose, yo. Or Uncle Joe's nose on a Thanksgiving dinner after you drink too much. But anyway, whatever. It's going to light up red. Now, it's going to show you all the nodes that are missing. I'm going to tell you, you can, usually it gives an option to install in here. It has not been working for me, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and click the X. And because you use the special installer, you have this thing up here called the manager. So we're going to click this. We're going to go install, down here to install missing custom nodes. All those red things are basically saying that those are nodes that are not installed. It's going to bring us a list here. So let's click here. Notice it's going to highlight them all. So we click install. And it's going to go through it all. Bop, bop, bobbity, boop, boop. You can see it down here. It's moving. So you can see it install pip packages, get clones. So it's getting each one of these. And now it's going to say to apply the installed updates, restart. So we're going to click this restart button. Okay. And we will confirm. And what it's going to do is it's going to go back over to our original server here. This is where we install, this is where we load. This is called the server. Okay, so it's serving everything to the screen. Okay, all this is where all the work's done, but the screen is where we see the results. Anyway, via the screen we said restart the server. Okay, so it's going to go through there. I'm going to re-download a whole bunch of nonsense. And when we get back over here, when it's done, it will tell us to reload the screen. Okay, so we'll sit there. I just close that out so it's not whatever. I'm going to get this prepared for so we can see a little bit better. And we'll just pause this and we'll be back when it's ready to go. Alrighty, and you're going to notice it says here, would you like to refresh? And we say, well, thank you, sir. I very much would like to refresh. So we hit confirm. And it'll ask you to reload, and then now watch this. It's magic. It's done. Hey, so it popped up the FP8. Now, this is the beautiful thing about this is the this workflow has our links here, so we don't need to go searching for them. Okay, although I'm trying to remember, there might actually be something we have to go searching for, but essentially what we're going to just do, we have to get all these models. We're going to put them into different folders in our ComfyUI installation, and then everything is going to work. Okay, so we're going to see, we're going to have stuff here and here, and then afterwards I'll show you how to use this. But you're going to notice that these are kind of already pre-filled out. Like here it says 1, 2, 2, animate 14B FP8 E4MF3N hike. Okay, and you're gonna notice over here it does the same thing. VAE BF16. So all these, if we get these into the right place, we're not going to have to mess around with any of these things. Okay, usually you have to click and choose the one. If we get these down right, they're just going to be where we need to go. Now, here's what I like to do. I like to load up a new workflow and then just click the run button. Okay, and you're going to get errors, but I like that because notice what it does. It highlights all of the places where we're missing stuff. Okay, see this? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4 there. I can use the circle to scroll out. Okay, down here we've got another model over here. So we've got a bunch of support models we're going to have to go find, but we're going to get all the basic ones. So let's start with this one. We need to find _2 animate. So what we do is we're just going to go over here and we're going to click this, and it's going to pop up a new window. Now it's going to bring up these two different ones, this E4M3N and the E5M2. We're going to grab the top one. The bottom one is good if you're doing training on it. So like what you can do with these models is you can fine tune them, say I really want you to be good in this real particular area. We don't need to do that. We're going to grab this one up here. So we're just going to click the download button. Okay, it's going to pop up our good friend, the save button. Now, we need to go back to where we installed this. Okay, so remember we were in our workflows thing, so you can click up here, it'll take you back, and you're going to see the ComfyUI folder. Now, the ComfyUI folder is where your app's running. Okay, so when we're here, we're outside of it. When we're click in it, we're inside of it. Okay, easy. Now, notice there's a folder called models. So we're going to click here, and you're going to see this one called diffusion models. So you're going to click there, and then you're going to hit save. Easy. Okay, so what that does is it putting it in the folder that it needs to be at. Okay, so next time, once it's downloaded, and you're going to see it's going to take a while to download because that is a 17 gigabyte model. Okay, so it won't take a bit of time. Once it goes there, you're going to be able to find it here. Now let's go down to our next one. We could just go down the list, but let's just do it like this. This one says we need the _1 VAE. Okay, and this is how we kind of clear up our pictures, make them look good. So we can go over here and we can see that. Oh, here it is right there. Okay, notice it also says VAE here. It means we're going to put it in the VAE folder, which is also under the model. So we'll click this. It's going to pop up this window. Same thing now. It says this file stored with X. It's too big to display, but you can still download it. Great. So we're going to click it. Up pops our hero here. Now notice we're still in the diffusion models folder. We're going to click back 1. Just by clicking here, you can go back 1. Now we're going to click this VAE folder, and we're going to click save. And then all of a sudden, we're back to there. Okay, so that's going to download. So we can see up here we've got a few things downloading. Now we got to get this clip vision. This is one of these things, like if you've already got some stuff installed, if you've already been using ComfyUI, likely you already have this. So clip works with when we throw in images, it's able to look at it and say this is what it is. So it's like the AI talking and saying, okay, I got to do something on this image, but I want to know what it is. So rather than us having to type it in and be like, this is it in high detail, it can actually explain it to itself. It can look at an image and be like, hey, these are all the pieces. Real incredible. So that's clip stuff. Now notice though, oh, sucker Joe, it's not in this list, and that's because it's a support file. So one of these ones that you can reuse with a lot of different stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to click up here, and I'm going to avoid hitting enter. We're just going to use this as a notepad. I'm going to type clip. I'm going to go _vision_h.safe tensors. Okay. Now I'm going to press Control A, and then I'm going to hit Control X. I'm just cutting it. I just was using it as a notepad, so that way I could look down here and see what I need to type. Then I'm going to open up a new tab. I'm just going to paste it into Google. And you'll find something. It's all over the internet. You'll find this file. But here's a good one right here. We'll just click it. Same thing. It says it's a big file, but you can still download it. So we'll click download, go over to here. Now with this one, notice now we're in the VAE folder. So this time we're going to go models, but we're going to go over here to clip vision. Okay. You got two. You got clip and clip vision. We want to go to clip vision, and we're going to hit save. Okay. Got that out of the way. Good job. Now we're going to scroll over to here. Check it out. We got more stuff going on. Now this is a LoRa. So LoRas are things that we put on top. See, like if I go out and I get dressed and I put, I do up my hair and comb it and I brush my mustache and I put on a nice jacket and I get all my style, right? But then at the end I say, I'm going to do a little something. I'm going to put a hat on, or I'm going to put a bolero. Guys don't know what bolero is. That's those cowboys use. It's just like a little. Looks like a skinny tie. I think it's just 2 strings. So I'm going to put something on, something small that's going to accentuate. That's what a LoRa essentially is. Like you have your checkpoints, your main diffusion models, but then we use LoRas to kind of specialize it, okay? And we need 2 of these. We're going to need this one, this Relight LoRa, okay? And we're going to need this other one, this Light X2. And this is going to make it so that we can actually do this without it taking 18 years to do. All right, so let's go over here and grab this first one. Says the LoRa's here now. Okay, we'll grab this one first since it's up here. This is the Light X2V. Now notice here, there's a lot of these, okay? And so you got to kind of pop back and forth. See, which one do I need? Okay, so it's the Light X2V2, so that's an I2V14B. So we can look through here, I2V14B. Oh my goodness, there's a whole bunch of these. So you know what we can do? Here's a fast way to do this. Hit your print screen button, and it will pop up a little thing, and then highlight this thing, and you're going to get a screenshot. Then let's do this. This is an easy way to do this. We're going to go to ChatGPT, okay? And I'm just going to say, please turn this into text. Okay? I'm going to put what I pasted into there, and it's going to read it. And then there's the image. So now what I can do is I can just copy this, go back over to here, not there, go back to here, and hit Control F. And I should have been able to find it. Why didn't I not find that? Okay, well, let's do it this way then. We can just go to Google, type it in, same thing. We'll click here, and there it is, okay? So actually, that link over there kind of messed us up. It didn't have what we want. But if we went and got the text, type it into here, it brought us right over here. Okay, that was weird. The thing blinked out for a second. So we got the text. We went over to Google, found it under here under KeyGI. If you ever see the name KeyGI, you're doing okay, all right? So we're going to click this download button. Something's blinking my computer here. We might need to take a break here, but we're going to go back over downloading it the way that we did before. This time, we're going to go back to our models folder, and we're going to click this one that says LoRas, and then we'll click save. Okay. Same thing. So she's downloading. All right, now we can close this stuff out. We'll keep ChatGPT open for now. Now we got to get this other one, this Relight LoRa. So I do want to point out, remember, we went to that site that it clicked us on, and that actually was not there, so we had to find it. That's where sometimes it can be a little confusing. If you can't find something, don't just assume that the people know what they're doing, because people make mistakes. So let's click on this one here. Same thing. We're going to click download, go to apps, or not apps, go to our save thing here, and again, we're going to put it under LoRa's. Okay, so now we've got all these, and we're going to go find that other one that we was looking for, so we can scroll around, we can scroll out. Oh, there it is down there. And we've got another support file. So this is another one of these. Once you get, you can reuse it quite a lot. And you can go up here and just start typing it in like we did before, and then do a Google search for it. Or you can do my little ChatGPT trick, hit your print screen, grab a copy of it. We'll go back over to ChatGPT, throw that bad mammer jammer in there again, and it will turn it into text for us. So nice way so we don't have to annoy ourselves with typing that all out. Now we'll go to a new tab, type it in there, and it's going to bring it up. Okay, easy peasy. Now this one, I'm telling you, it doesn't tell you where this is supposed to go. We're going to click our download, but I'm here to tell you where it's going to go is in a folder called text encoders. Okay, so you're going to click text encoders, and then you're going to click save. So you have to have all of those for this to work. I know it's kind of a lot. Keep in mind, again, like I said, I have the model manager. You just can get this as a member, and all you got to do is click full install, and it's going to do all of this for you, okay, in like minutes instead of having to do it yourself. But I get it. Like, it is fun to actually to learn how to do this too, which is why I want to give you both. I typically, what I do with this stuff is I typically install it once or twice, kind of like, oh, okay, cool, and then I make my quick installers, and then that way I don't have to redo it each time. I've learned the lesson. Now I get to go in the fast way. All right, and so anyways, let's scroll out, see if there's any more red stuff. Okay, and I don't see any. But I do want to point out here that I'm still downloading the text encoders. That's 10 gigabytes. That last file is a 10 gigabyte file. So we're going to wait for that to pop up, and then I will show you how to use this workflow before we move on to the GGUF. So I'm going to hit you on pause. Don't panic. I'm going to be back. It's like going into cryostasis. You ain't even going to realize I'm gone. And just as I promised, I'm back, and you didn't even realize I was gone for several minutes. So these have all downloaded. Notice they're still red. Now, we could do we could actually just go ahead and run this thing, and it'll actually get them because they should already be there, but we're going to just go ahead and hit the reload anyways. Okay, and now if we go to each one of these, it's going to reload the screen. Now if you click it, you're going to see it actually pops up the name of it. Okay, so we can go through there, we can confirm that we have everything. Okay, notice this one, the folder has 2 files, so it goes 2. So all of those are there. So this is actually ready to go. So we are going to do our, I'm not going to actually generate anything because I don't want to freak out my machine, but because I got a lot of other AI stuff going, but I'm going to show you how to use this. So essentially how it works is, well, I might need to do it a little bit because I got to show you some stuff here, but let's go ahead and do this. We need to scroll around. Okay, we can go up here. And you're going to see a couple different things. So over here is the load image. Okay, this is important. So load image, this is the person that we're putting into the video. So this is the person that you're head swapping in or whatever swapping in. So I'll go ahead and I'll grab somebody here. Okay, so we got this pretty gal in a red dress. All right. Now that's going to go in, so we don't need to worry about this. Okay. Notice over here we've got width and height. Okay. So we'll have to play with this later, depending on what we put in on the video that we're going to grab. So over here we're going to put in a video to change. Now notice over here, this is preloaded onto my workflow, so you're not going to see that. But when you create a video, you're going to click choose video to upload, okay, and you're going to go grab one just like this, okay. So there I chose that Star Trek one. That's there. Now I want to go over here because I know that this is actually a tall thing, so I'm going to go to my width and height. I'm going to make sure that my height is bigger than my width. 832 by 480 is a good width, okay? Now, when you click it, this will actually, when you start, this will actually be blank. But when you click this, a screen like this is going to pop up every time you do it with a new image, okay? So when you add a new video into there, this is going to pop up and it's going to have these dots on it, okay? And these dots are very important because they're going to tell us what we're actually swapping out. Okay, this is called a segmenter. So it's going to segment between head and body and arms and this kind of stuff. So what we want to do is with this one, we would want to swap out Lieutenant Riker. Okay, so I can move the green over to his face. I can put the red over here. Green means this is the good stuff. This is what we want. Red means this is what we don't want. Now, I'm going to show you something, though. There's a bunch of stuff on here that we do want, and we... oh, look, there's another green one, so I can put that over there. But we don't want data over here. So I'm going to hold down with my finger. I'm going to hit my finger. I'm going to hit the shift button. I'm going to hold it down, and then I'm going to right-click, and notice it put a red thing on data. Well, so we don't want that. I'm going to hold down the shift. I'm going to click down here. Say I don't want that. Okay, but I do want this, and it's good enough. To be honest, usually all you have to do is just do one of these. It'll get a full body. But, you know, whatever. Well, just for the sake of it, I'm going to hold down the shift, and now I'm going to hit the left button. And I'm going to put a green. So I'm going to say I want to change all these things out, and I don't want to change any of this background stuff. And it's smart enough it's going to figure it out. So... now I got this gal in here, so we'll put that gal, it'd put the gal, and I guess that'd be kind of interesting. I guess I didn't quite think that through, but whatever. So essentially it's going to go through here, put the gal in there, and swap it out. If you go to this, you will see, okay, if you scroll down here to where it says face images, you're going to see it says detect hands, detect body, detect face. Okay, and the body is enabled, so again, it's going to assume that I want the whole thing, okay? And I'm going to tell you, even though the face is disabled, you can enable it if you want. It's still going to find it, okay? So I've played around a lot with this. It's very hard to isolate the head from to get just the body and keep the original head, although it is very easy to change the head and keep the original body. But with this setup, what this will do is it will swap it out. So I'll go ahead and pause it, I guess, and let's run this, and you'll see what's happening. Okay, so we've got all of our stuff. I almost hate to do this. So I'm going to click run just so you can see that we found all of our models. Notice I clicked run and nothing freaked out, okay? There was no red boxes. That's because we have all of them. If we click over here into the queue, you'll see that it's running, okay? And it would be cool to wait here a second and see if it pops something new in here, but I don't think it is. Okay, as this is going, it's flowed through all of this. It's grabbed his face over here, and then it's moved on down. Usually you can follow this, it's moved back up to here. You can tell the active thing by the green, so it actually might change this. Find out here in a second. Okay, now notice what it did here. It blacked all this out, so we actually didn't do a great job because we wanted to not get this shoulder over here, but it turned this big black thing in here. It says it's going to change everything in there, so that's fine, whatever. That's how that works. Maybe what we could do the next time is hold down shift, do a few more things here on him. You know, we could add a few things here. You know, you really just kind of tell it exactly what you want. That's what I've discovered works the best. But I'm going to pause because it's starting to freak out a little bit. I'll be right back. But anyways, it's going to do this. Okay. Now, I want to show you, if you want to just get the face, what this is going to do, whatever image I put in there, it's going to remove all of it, and it's going to put the person in there, okay, with their clothes, the person from the image. Now, if I just want the head, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to scroll in here. Now I'm going to go to new canvas. It's going to start over. This time what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the red over to here, and I'm just going to put this on the face. Now, sometimes I'm going to hold the shift. I'm going to put this over here on data as well. Sometimes it helps to put a red on the body, okay? You can just do whatever you want. You just got to play with it. But we're going to scroll back down to here again. And what we're going to do is, here it says detect body. We're going to go disable. And then we're just going to detect the face, okay? So this way, what it should do is just put the head on there, okay? So you could, again, choose your file to upload. So let's say you put, you put me on it, okay? And everything's set. and you click run, and it will recreate this. So I will let it recreate this, but then I'm going to go ahead and stop it after that. Okay, and coming back now, notice this time it segmented just the face. Okay, so this actually isn't a full head swap, but it did grab the face. If we wanted to get the full head, so basically what it would do is take this image of me and it would put it there. But what we could do is, again, going down, hitting the shift button, we could add a special thing to the hair, and the next time it would grab the hair as well. And when it's done, voila. Okay, that's pretty much this workflow, guys. You set your width and height, get your reference, load your video. It's going to push something over to here, mark your things, get what you want, and then click run, and you'll be ready to go. Okay, that was a lot, and like I said, FP8's not really isn't that great with this, and it takes a long time. So we're going to get on to the much better part now, and we're going to move on to the GGUF workflow. In the meanwhile, go over to YT Music or wherever you listen to your music, any major streaming, and do a search for Jim Day, The Better Stories. We got every kind of music you might want, like even something like this.
La forma en que cruzas la sala con el cabello al viento sin pensar.
All right, so we're going to move on now with our GGUF models, and what we're going to do here is just again click, and then we'll click on open, and we go back to where we had installed those at the beginning. Mine was workflows 122 animate. This time we're going to grab this one that says GGUF. So let's click it. Now, notice it's going to bring up some more of this nonsense. So you can, well, this is actually kind of groovy. If yours says this on here, you can actually do this. This will save you some time because you're going to have to download another VAE file, some other text encoders. So actually, I'll still show you how to do it, but why not just click it? And it will actually take you to this folder to download it, okay? So you notice, grab the VAE, we'll click on our models, and we've already got our other VAE, but we need to put another one in there, okay? We do the same thing with this UT-MT5, we go to our models, text encoders, and notice this one is different than the other one we had, so we'll click save. So if you're doing one or the other of these, it's a big download. But anyway, so that's a nice little thing that they built into ComfyUI. I actually wasn't expecting that. So I'm going to close this out. But notice that some nodes are missing. Hey-oh, right? Because this is a new workflow. It's got different nodes. So we're going to have to install them again. So we'll hit the X. All right. And what we're going to do is go back like we did before. Click this manager. Install missing custom nodes, and it's going to bring up this thing, Comfy Literals. So we'll just click it, install. The same thing we did with the FP8 models. And then we'll click the restart, confirm it, and then it takes us a little bit of time for it to go through the process. Now, while we're waiting for that, I can actually show you around a bit here. So it's going to be similar to the other one. Oh, here, we're actually already done. Look at that. So we'll just refresh it, and then we're ready to go. Okay, so these are downloading. So we'll come back to that. Notice over here we have our width and our height, but we have something different over here. We have a number of frames. So if you really want to do a test, you can do a 33. That's just a 2-second clip, okay? That's a good way to start. But notice over here, we've got the same thing. We've got load images. So we can kind of load the image that we want to put onto the scene. Up here, we've got the video. Okay, so same thing. You can see it out here if you scroll back. Same thing. We're just going to click on that video. I guess we could grab the Star Trek one again. Okay, same thing. I want to check, make sure my height is bigger than my width, so it'll fit with that. Now, it popped up with this again, but remember, this is going to change up once we run this. It will take this image over here, and it will put it, over there. Now, hold on. I'm trying to figure out why this is clicking around. All right. Boy, there's all sorts of little crazy things going on here. It's driving me nuts. But anyway, that's the fun of the game, I guess. So, those are done downloading. So, I'm going to go ahead and hit the reload button. It'll bring those into wherever we need them. But now, remember, what I like to do is hit the run button. It's going to throw an error. And it'll show us what we're missing. Okay? So, actually, it didn't throw the error for some reason. Probably hasn't got there yet. So, I'm going to go and cancel that. But you'll notice this popped up red. And we need this folder, this one, to animate 14B Q8. Now, notice this is Q8, okay? So this means this is a quant. This is different than the FP model. So they're all, okay, let's think of it like this. Like, all of them are ways of taking large numbers and making them smaller. So essentially, when you do like an FP8 or something like that, you're doing this mathematics that takes a long number and it forces it into, say, like 2 decimal points. You take 10 decimal points, run it through this algorithm, and it comes out with 2. And then theoretically, you could expand it back out, although it's never quite precise. But that's essentially what you're doing with your FP models. With your quants, we're actually cutting off pieces of the information. We're taking from 10 decimals and we're cutting it down to 6 decimals, down to 4 decimals, this kind of thing. We're the other one, we're manipulating the number to make it smaller and then maybe be able to expand it again. This one, where it's like we're cutting the tail off the dog and we throwing it out, okay? That's what these quants are. Now, we have to go out and find these. Notice with this workflow, there is no thing telling us where to find it. So it is incumbent upon us to find it. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go over to my browser, and I'm going to just type 122 GGUF. Let's go 122 Animate. We got to make sure we go Animate GGUF. Okay, and it's going to bring us over here. And QuantStack, hey, I'd love to interview this guy. Quant, if you're ever watching this, I'd love to interview you. You do great work. Okay, this guy does good stuff. So we're going to go over here, and notice we're going to click on Files and Versions. And these are all different quants he's made. 2 is going to be the smallest, the least precise. Why bother, okay? Generally, a good place to start is around 4 or 5 with this KS. But I'm telling you, this model actually works so good and so fast. He's done such a good job with these that you can grab the Q8. Okay, so what you got, but notice it's 18 gigabytes, okay? It's a lot. So what you got to do is you got to go over here, click the download, just like always, okay? This time we're going to go back to our models, but here we're going to put it somewhere else. We're going to put it here in the UNet folder. So you see this, click there, and then we're just going to click Save. Now, you can go back here and you can download whichever ones you want. If you get the 8 and it's taken too long, pop down to the 5. And if that's taking too long, pop down to the 4. You're going to notice that all of the size of these get smaller as you go down, which is a sign that these are, it's easier to run as you go down the list. So the whole point of GGUF models is that you can find the one you want, okay? Now, shameless plug again here. If you go over and grab the model manager, you can actually just click and say, I want this one. It'll download it. I want to delete it. It's really easy to add and remove the GGUF models with the model manager. And again, like all this stuff, if we'd use this, we'd be done. We'd have been done like 30 minutes ago. But anyway, so that is downloading. We're going to notice here. Notice it's got this. We were downloading this already, so that is done. Okay, we would have had to have written up here and then gone and found it, or we could have used the Chat GPT trick of taking a, you take a print screen of it, and then you go over to Chat GPT, and you paste it in, and you say, give me the text of this, And it's just a quick way of not having to type all that. And you just copy it, paste it, and then go find it, okay? Same thing. And this would go into our text encoders folder. So you'd click download, go to your models over here, click text encoders and save it. But we already saved it at the beginning, so I don't need to do that again. So we're not going to do that. So going back here, we got that one. Same thing with our wand2_1.vae. Now, we had another VAE that we downloaded for the FP8, but this is a different one. So you got to get this one. Same thing, type it in there, or take a screenshot, send it into ChatGPT to get the text, and throw it out. Now, here we go down to this. We have another one of these Light X loras. Now, it's not the same one as the one that we had before. Okay, the other one a little bit different. So for this one, I'm definitely going to hit my print screen. I'm going to just take a screenshot of it, or I could go up here and I could type it. So I keep it on screen so that I can see it, and then I'll go up here and type it. But I'm going to just do the little ChatGPT trick. Paste it in there, and it's going to give me the text. So then I can, once again, just do a Google search for that, and it's going to bring it up over here. Okay, easy. I just download it. This time I'm going to put this in my loras folder. I already have some stuff in there. Oops. There we go. I already have some stuff in there. It's in here, models, loras. And it's going to get it down there. Now, let's see if there's anything else we're going to need. Notice it's got Sage Attention. Because we did our good ComfyUI install, we've got Sage Attention going. Okay. We've got, yep, all this is looking good. So we just have to wait for these things to download. And it's going to work the same way as the other one did, but it's actually going to work better. This is the better workflow. This is the workflow I would use, okay? And you can get stuff here with my 49. I can get stuff in like 3 minutes out of this, sometimes 4 or 5, but basically 3. And it's going to be the same thing. You're going to load it into here. Once you click run, it's going to pop it over to here, and you're going to move these things around. So you'll say, just like we did before, I'll say, well, I want the face. Maybe this time I want the hair as well. Okay? I want to keep that. I'm going to hold down Shift and right click to put these red things on here. Say I don't want these parts. I'm going to put down here too. Say I don't want that body. Okay? And then you hit Shift and left one to put the green ones. So that will grab all of that once we're ready to go. Now, if we scroll over here to where it says face images, you're going to see the same thing we had before. Detect hand, detect body, detect face. So we turn off the body, it's disabled. We detect the face, okay? Because that's all we want for this one. Again, if I want to put the whole uniform or something else, if I want to do a Ninja Turtle, then I would enable the body as well. But for this, I just want to replace the face. Okay, and what we're going to do is replace it with this ugly mug over here. Let's find a little bit better one than that. What we'll do is we'll go like this. And we'll grab that. Okay. So we're almost done downloading, so we'll hold on just for a second, and we'll be right back, and we'll run this. Okay, so that is finished downloading, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and click the run on this one. Oh, actually, we should reload first. Let's reload the screen since we downloaded new stuff. Now if we click run, oh, look, it's still not getting that. Let's cancel this out. Let's click here and see what's going on. This says it wants one ITV-B Light Twix Distill Lore rank 64. Oh, we got rank 32. So I clicked us onto the wrong one. So let's go back to here. And we'll recopy this. So I wasn't paying good enough attention. We'll click it back into here. So, oh yeah, see, if you can see here it says rank 32. So this is the one we wanted down here. So we'll go ahead and download it. Back into our loras folder. And it shouldn't take that long. It's not that big of a file. But it'll take a little bit of time. All right, so now that's done. Now if we click run, notice it found it. Okay, so it's gonna scroll through this and do all of its stuff. Now look at how fast that did that. It moved the head already. Okay, so it segmented the head. Okay, so see, the FP8 took like a couple minutes before it did that. But I'm going to pause this so that the system doesn't go out. I'll be right back. Okay, and that actually is done, and that only took about 88 seconds, but it didn't turn out very good, to be honest. So let's try another one here real quick. And that's some of these. That's one thing I want to tell you. That's one thing I discovered about this is some videos work good, some don't. Clear shot of the head works real good. I think here what happens with this, I've had trouble with this video the other day. I don't know why I chose it for this tutorial, but I think the red and the black are so stark it kind of freaks out the machine a little bit. But let's try doing one more here. Let's find a different video. Okay, and let's use this one here. This is a news reporter thing. We're only going to make a 2-second clip. I think with this one, though, we're going to do the whole body. So let's go over here back. One of the things these workflows, you get lost moving back around. Just know that move to the right, find this place, face images. Let's turn back on body. And I'm going to just disable face because it would be fine. But now, I need to show you something here. This is kind of messed up. First, I'm going to click New Canvas. There's kind of something that's screwy about this. I need to get this image to over here so we can do the stuff. But the only way to do that is to actually run the workflow. But then you have to stop it. So I'll show you that in a second. Let's get an image to throw into here. I'll put in this one here. Okay, now we'll put the red lady in there. So now watch what we have to do though before we can do anything. Oh, few things we've got to change out. Notice the width and the height is different now, so I'm going to change the width to the larger number 832, and then I'm going to change the height to 480, and I just do that by clicking on it and then hitting enter. Now if I click run, it's going to go through here. You can see it working, and it's going to kick it over to here. Okay, now notice it popped the image over here, but the things are all screwy. So it's going to make the wrong thing. So we're going to have to hit the X so we cancel it. And notice it pops up here. So it's the darndest thing. You have to do one bad run to get a good one. So now we've got this. I'm just going to put this on here. It should grab our whole body. I'm going to put the red one here. And then I'm going to put a red one on the microphone as well. So I'm going to hold down. I'm going to take my finger. I'm going to press that shift button. And I'm going to right click. And I'm going to make sure that I want that microphone to stay. Okay? But now this should be enough to grab all of everything. Now I'm going to go back to run. And we should be good. Okay, now notice it went ahead and it's grabbed all of her, okay? It didn't listen to our commands about the red stuff, but whatever. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do down here? Down here at the bottom, it doesn't really matter, it kind of matters. There is a prompt down here, and so we should have changed that. So we could just type... All right, there we go. So yeah, we should actually put a prompt in there, but it's fine. You're going to see we're going to go over here to our queue, and you actually see that it works fine.
Testers is here. It has a tent set up. Testers is here. It has a tent set up.
I don't think I can make that any bigger for you guys to see. But... So anyway, so you can see it did it. They took the scene, put the new person in there. And if I wanted to make it longer, I could just go up here to change the frames. Okay, and it'll take longer, of course. But, 33 seconds got me about a 2-second video. So 66 seconds should get you a 4-second video, and on and on and on, sort of like that. But it does take a bit of time, and that. But there you have it. Okay, your GGUFs, your FP8s. It's not a difficult workflow, but it is particular. So there are certain things about that you need to know. You need to know how the segmenter works. You know, hold down the shift button, left click to add the green ones. Hold down the shift button, right click to add the red ones. If you want to delete them, hold down the control and then left click to get rid of the green ones, right click to get rid of the red ones, okay? And there is a funny thing there where it doesn't always delete them all. You kind of got to, it'll let you delete some, but not all. It's kind of interesting, okay? But that's that, okay? So that is the absolute piece de resistance of getting into that. That was, I'm gonna be honest, that was a bit more than I had actually really meant to get into, but we did it, and hopefully it helped you out. Now I am gonna go do this since we have done this together. I am gonna show you after all of that how easy it is just to use the model manager. Watch this. We're just going to click here, okay? We're going to go over to our command prompt. Watch this. Full install FP8 GGUF. So you're just going to choose it, and it's going to download everything that you need, and then you're done, okay? You're going to get you the workflow. That's literally all you have to do. And then if you want to go ahead and add other stuff in there, you need to delete models or read it, you can do all of that. But everything we did, literally there's like 2 buttons right there that did it. Okay, with all that said, thanks for hanging in there, guys. That was a long video. I feel like I need to go sit in the bath now and like mumble to myself, right? Kind of thing. And I don't know, but it was a long one, but I'm glad that we got through it because we got through it together. And this is a great hobby. I really like Animate. You can get it at oneanimate.getgoingfast.pro. Okay, it's free for all members. And when you join as a member, you get a little bit of my time as well. You know, you get some basic. I respond to texts and that kind of stuff. If you need more of my time, like you'd actually like me to mentor you or work on your computer a little bit, there's higher membership tiers that you can sign up for, like literally 1 hour of me and you per month, or there's another you can get up to 4 hours, okay? And I will sit there and we'll work personally on that as well. But you guys are clever. You got this. You're on it. So if you have any questions, hit me up. I'm on the Discord. You can find us on X as CogniBuild. Find us on Instagram as CogniBuild. We're over on Reddit as Get Going Fast. Be sure to put a bodysuit on if you go to Reddit. Reddit is not for the faint of heart. And like I said, come over to the Discord, hang out with us. We would love to spend some time with you. In the meanwhile, I hope you guys enjoy this. And as usual, be good to each other. And we will catch you on the other side. Yo.